Okay, guys, so you know what time is it when you hear that sick tune? It's time to talk sport. And that note, I welcome you to your number one sport show, Sport Lounge on Voice of the People, 96.1 from Abuja. And I am your sport bishop, your magistrate, pilot, your prophet, professor, none so Aaron Zechi. On the show today, we're bringing you all the latest updates from the games that went down yesterday, and of course on Tuesday at the UEFA Champions League. We'll bring you a preview of the games that will be coming up as well in the UEFA Europa League and of course the Conference League. We'll bring you up to speed from the Nigerian players, talking about the Chan Eagles, the Super Eagles. We hear that the gaffer, Eguaveon, has released the squad for the qualifiers against Benin, and of course Rwanda. We'll talk about that as well on the show, and of course we'll do it. Leaders from tennis, golf, basketball, Formula One. Come on, handball, everything just for your listening pleasure, including as we begin to count down to the beginning of the Shiros Cup 2024. All these and more, guys, on the show. It promises to be exciting, pulsating, interactive, fun-filled, and sporty packed. Okay, we'll take a breather. We come back, guys. We head out to the local scene. Okay, let's begin from the locals here. Leicester 15 men's handball team was crowned champion of the IHF Trophy African Men's Continental Phase on Wednesday after securing a 38-26 victory over Guinea in the final held in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. The finale was attended by the prominent officials from the Ethiopian central government and representatives from the Nigerian embassy, including Minister Mr. Boku Effiong Umbo. Coach Emeka Munama and his team started the match with determination, and despite some avoidable turnovers, they led the first half with a score of 21-14. In the second half, Nigeria demonstrated their skill and flair, with Christian Foloki, who recovered from an injury sustained in the semi-final against Cameroon, and standout player Aziz Suleiman leading the team to crucial goals, while also strengthening the team against Guinea. Ultimately, Nigeria triumphed to the final score 38-26, successfully retaining the crown they won in Congo-Brazzaville 2 years ago. Aziz Suleiman Olaito was voted the most valuable player of the match. Coach Emeka Wanda expressed gratitude to the team's preparation and seriousness in the final, acknowledging the support from the Handball Federation of Nigeria under Mr. Samuel Ochefu. With the victory, Nigeria has qualified for the IHF Trophy International Phase, which will take place early next year in a yet to be determined venue, where they will represent Africa in the under 18 youth category. And now to basketball, where we heard, of course, that the Nigerian Custom Men's basketball team demonstrated resilience in the final quarter of their match against Societe Omnisport, the Army of Ivory Coast, with a score of 66-59 at the ongoing FIBA African Women's Basketball League Zone 3 qualifier held in the SKD Gymnasium in Pennsville, Monrovia, Liberia. The Custom Ladies, who secured their first win on Tuesday, started strongly at dictating the gameplay. Courtney Perry and Toby Loba, who get there, played a pivotal role in maintaining the lead. The team's solidity between both in the defense and attack, allowing them to end the first quarter to win with a lead of 24-18. In the second quarter, the Custom Ladies further asserted their control, scoring 16 points compared to 8 from their Ivorian opponent. They finished the first half with a commanding lead of 40-26. However, when the third quarter resumed, bench of Societe Omnisport, the Lamy rallied their team, trying to push the Border girls into defense. They scored 18 points against Custom 14, narrowing the lead to 10 points at the end of the quarter. In the final quarter, Coach Abdurrahman of Nigerian Custom basketball team employed various tactics to stifle the Ivorians' lady momentum. Despite the effort, the team ultimately lost the game, ending a score of 66-55-59 in favor of Adewale Adeniyi legend ladies. After the game, head coach acknowledged the challenges posed by the match, but credited their victory to experience. The FIBA Zone 3 AWBL defending champions Nigeria Custom Service basketball team will play their final group game against Commissioner of Liberia, and that game will take place tomorrow evening at the same venue. And now we go to football, where we hear the president of the Nigerian Football Federation, Ibrahim Gusso, has said that they are in discussion with Dangote, MTN, Baba Ijebu on the payment of the foreign coach. Gusso made this known at the National Assembly on Wednesday while defending the 2025 budget before the House Committee on Sport. Recall that the NFF engaged the service of Bruno Labbadia as Super Eagles coach before the deal broke down a few days after the announcement. Reacting to whether or not the federation is ready to engage any foreign coach, Gusso said payment that has been a big issue of embarrassment to Nigeria and are in discussions with the sponsors to take care of the payment. We are currently in discussion with Dangote Group, Boa, MTN, Baijebu, and others on the payment of the foreign coach. Though Eguaveon is doing it well, but if we must engage a coach, we must make sure that the issue of payment is sorted out. Until last February, the federal government did not pay the salary of our former coaches, leading to an 18-month debt for Jose Pesero before President Tinubu-led government cleared the debt. And now to the House of Committee of Sports we go, where the House of Committee on Sport has advised the Nigerian Football Federation to make the salaries of Super Eagles coach on an item in the annual budget to make it easy for the federal government to pay. The suggestion was made to the leadership of the NFF on Wednesday during the House Committee on Sport interactive meeting with the Football House. The committee said that this is to put an end to the incessant complaint of lack of money and delays of payments of the Super Eagles coach. According to the chairman of the committee, Honorable Kabiru Amadu, it was important to speak with the NFF officials to know how they performed with the 2024 budget and the challenges they are facing ahead of the 2025 appropriation. According to the committee, he said that, quote, as a committee, it's very necessary for us to be on the same page with the NFF so that we can continue to improve the game, because football is a unifier and therefore we must do everything to always put smiles on the faces of Nigeria. It was a robust session, but both the NFF president and the general secretary, we also raised concern about the areas we were not satisfied with, and asked the NFF to furnish us with more details before the next budget defense in 2025. And now we go to, of course, charity news. Let's go to the camp of the Super Eagles of Nigeria, guys. Come on. It is what it is, I must tell you. As of course, we can let you know that the head coach of the Super Eagles, talking about Austin Kerezo Eguaveon, has invited William Troost Ekong, Atlanta of Italy's Ademola Lookman, Moses Simon, Reigning African Player of the Year Victor Osimhen, and 19 other players for the Super Eagles African Cup of Nations qualifier. The Super Eagles were engaged with Benin Republic and Rwanda in the closing rounds of the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifying campaign this month. Eguaveon has also called goalkeeper Stanley Wabali and Maduko Okoye, a defender Sir Calvin Bassey and Bright Osei somewhere, as well as midfielder Frank Onyeka, Fisaya Dele Bashir, Al Hassan Yusuf, Abdullahi, and forward Kelechi Iheanacho, Victor Boniface, and Samuel Chukwueze. The full squad, this is how it looks like. We have in goal Stanley Wabale of Chippa United, Maduko Okoye of Udinese, Amos Obasaye of Fasil Kanmi. In defense, you have William Ekong, Bright Osei, Samuel, Bruno Yemechi, Gabriel Osho, Calvin Bassey, Oluwa, Victor Collins of Nasarawa United. And maybe you have Wilfred Ndidi, Rafael Redika of Club Brugge, Alassane Yusuf of New England Revolution, Fisaya Dele Bashiru, Lazio, Frank Onyeka, Augsburg, Alec Iwobi of Fulham. In attack, you have Samuel Chukwueze of AC Milan, Victor Osimhen, Galatasaray, Ademola Lookman of Atalanta, Kelechi Iheanacho, Sevilla, Victor Boniface, Bayer Leverkusen, Moses Simon, FC Nantes, and of course Sadiq Umar of Real Sociedad. Still talking about the qualifiers, we hear ahead of the 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifier, the Rwanda Football Federation has unveiled the list of the invited players for the Super Eagles. The Wavubis, who are presently in the third position of the group behind Nigeria Super Eagles and the Cheetahs of Benin. The team handler Frank Spittler announced the list of the 30 invited players on Wednesday morning. Rwanda will face Libya in the day 5 of the qualifier before traveling to Nigeria for the match day. Final match day at the Gospel Akpabio Stadium in Uyo. And one man is in news for all the right news, and his name is Ademola Lookman. You can call him Adebobo. Nigerians do love him. He is the only African representative in the Ballon d'Or the year 2024. Former Super Eagles attacker Kanu Nwankwo has tipped Atlanta winger Ademola Lookman to win the 2024 African Player of the Year award. Following his outstanding performance for club and country in recent times, the Nigerian forward has emerged as a strong favorite to win the award. Kanu, while speaking to reporters, said Lookman is in a class of his own and deserves to win the award. He's a very good player. He's humble. He works hard. I'm rooting for him. I want him to win, and I believe he's going to win. He has done very well at his club side country, and for him, him to be at the Ballon d'Or, you can see the levels. You can see the levels on how they rate him. So If he wins it, he'll be taking up the crown that was won by Victor Osimhen, and it'll be, come on, Nigeria winning it back to back. Different individuals, but the same nationality. Don't forget, if you're watching us on our YouTube page, please do like, share, subscribe, and press the notification bell. I repeat, like, share, most importantly, subscribe, and press the notification bell. And if you enjoy what we're doing, you want to have your comment on the issues we're discussing about on the show, feel free to drop your messages on YouTube. I'll be there to give your messages a voice. Of course, you can also drop your SMS, WhatsApp message, WhatsApp voice note to this number, 0808 312 8618. I'll take that again, 0808-312-8618 or 0700 010-961-961. That is 0700 010-961-961. Ensure that the messages are pouring in because we want to have your sake. Don't forget, you can talk about the list of us in Eguaveon, the squad. Are you happy with what we've done so far? And you think that the coaches, the salary of the Super Eagles gaffer should be put into the budget as set by the House Committee on Sport? Let's also hear from you. It's very important we hear from you. Now to women football we go, where the Confederation of African Football has unveiled the new logo ahead of the 4th edition of the CAF Women's Champions League in Morocco this weekend. The new logo will be part of the identity of the CAF Women's Champions League Morocco 2024, with the opening match set for Saturday, the 9th of November 2024. According to CAF, this vibrant trophy-inspired logo symbolizes the tenacity and excellence of African women football, using the bold color of CAF women's football visual identity like purple, orange, and pink to represent the royalty, innovation, and youthful energy across the continent. The tournament offers a substantial prize, with the winner receiving $400,000 and the runners up securing $250,000, underscoring CAF support for women's club and investment in sport. The opening match will be played on Saturday, 9th of November. 8 teams are set to compete in the prestigious tournament. Holders Mamelodi Sundowns of South Africa, host as far of Morocco, WAFU A and Girls de la Medina of Senegal, WAFU B Edo Queens of Nigeria, Kosafa University of the Western Cape, South Africa, UNAF, FC Massa of Egypt, CONCACAF have CBE FC of Ethiopia, and UNIFAC TP Mazembe of Togo. Still talking women's football, the women's world, women's Champions League. We hear ahead of the 2024 CAF Women's Champions League. Edo Queens have reviewed the players that will represent the team at the competition in Morocco. The first edition of the CAF Women's Champions League will take place from the 9th to the 23rd of November in the cities of Casablanca and El Jadida in Morocco. Edo Queens teams to Morocco include goalkeepers Monli Umini Oyono, Eyene Sunday Etim, and Doris Ohia. In defenders, you have Blessing Honorode Ilevieda, Osakbolo, Doris Ohia, Perpetua Hambafam Eyita, Miracle Ofem Oseni, Paulina Ali, Comfort for Rushaw, Valentina Chinagorom Uroko. In the midfield, you have Mary Mamadu, Cordelia Marachi Odoma, Kafayat Oluwatosi Mifere, Vera Samuel, Choma Olis, Esther Mebonk Inyang, and forward you have Esther Choma Moses, Mary Mandalin Ajo, Chukwemeka Goodness Osigwe, Peace SN, and Falashade Florence Ijami Lucy. We stay with Edo Queens. We hear they have been charged by the state government to put up a good performance at the 2024 CAF Women's Champions League. Moses Adigus will be making their maiden appearance at the competition. Edo Queens qualified for the annual competition after winning the WAFU B Women's Championship in Cote d'Ivoire. Chairman of Edo State Sport Commission, Yusuf Ali, in his farewell speech, urged the players to replicate their recent success in Abidjan. He said, and I quote him, "Everything is set in place for us to go to Morocco and conquer just like we did in Ivory Coast." The chairman declared the Benin club will depart the country of Morocco on Thursday, that is tomorrow. Edo Queens are drawn in Group B with Sundowns, CBE Ethiopia, and Egypt FC Massa. And while one is talking to the captain of Edo Queens, about Efemu Wekike Osakbolo has pledged that the team would make the country and Edo State proud at the CAF Women's Champions League. Edo Queens, representing Nigeria at the 2024 CAF Women's Champions League final in Morocco, she expressed her gratitude to the Edo State government, saying that they are determined to make both the state and the country proud. Osakbolo has the message for fans, supporters, and the state government. Said, by the grace of God, we are going to make not just the state proud, but also make you proud as well. The tournament will kick off from the 9th to the 23rd of November. We leave women football now. We come to the MPFL where we can let you know that Bayelsa State government has threatened to ban Bayelsa United if they go on relegation at the end of the season. The state government, in order to put an end to the team's poor performance, issued a 2-match ultimatum to the coaching crew. The Commissioner for Sport Development, Daniel Igali, made it known at a meeting with the coaches and management of Bayelsa United in Yenagoa, the state capital. Igali noted that the ultimatum became necessary due to the team's continuous inability to win matches, saying the government cannot continue to fold its hands and allow things to go from bad to worse, despite huge financial support from the government. According to him, the 2 games ultimatum will start this weekend in Port Harcourt against Rivers United and Katsina United, and the failure to secure victories in both games will make the entire technical crew lose their job, pointing out that any player who does not deserve to be in the team will be given the matching orders as well. The commissioner equally frowned at Lamboso's statement during the post-match interview against Aimba on Sunday at the Sam Cesar Stadium in Yenagoa. Lodigali said that he finds the statement by Lamboso as not only disheartening but disappointed against the government that foots the bill of Barca United and Bayelsa Kwedi. Directly, the chairman of the club, Dr. Tarilaye Wankwe, to punish Boso or face sanction by the government, noting that it is not the duty of the coach to come to the press to ridicule the government, describing it as unacceptable to the Prosperity Administration. Prosperity Boys' next 3 games are Rivers United, Katsina United, and Shooting Stars. And now the biggest, the brightest ever preseason tournament is on the horizon. And that I can tell you, so the biggest one is, of course, the Shiro's Cup. You heard me right, the Shiro's Cup. Before we get to the Shiro's Cup, there's an update from the Rattle Sport Development Foundation, as former secretary to the Nigerian Women's Football Federation, Emmanuel Adesonia, has been appointed as the executive vice chairman of Rattle Sport Development Foundation. The elected experienced football administrator, after the official announcement on Tuesday, said it's a call for service. Reacting to the appointment, the former chief operating officer of the Nigerian National League said it's an opportunity to serve Nigerian football from a different position. He applauded the confidence the president of the foundation, Barrister Paul Ede, has in him and promised to give him the best to pay back his good intention. The good thing is that we will come up with different programs leading to developing the Nigerian women football. Also speaking, Barrister Paul Ede has said he picked Adesonia following his contribution to development of Nigerian football during his time at the NFF. I want him to replicate some as RSDF. For me, after so many years, I think it's high time I stepped aside for someone who is capable of taking over the affairs of the RSDF. And if there is anyone who can deliver, it's Mr. Emmanuel Adesonia. I know what he was used to, capable of doing during his track record at the NFF. And of course, the executive vice chairman, Rattle Sport Development, talking about Emmanuel Adesonia, said the Shiro's Cup will become a platform for better players to be identified for national team call-ups. He emphasized the need to reduce the number of players invited from Europe for national team assignment. And this word, and I'll quote him, being appointed as the vice chairman of the RSDF marked the beginning of another stage of my life to serve Nigerian football. Initially, I served as a later stage NFL, but now I'm being specific. Shiro's will open more opportunities for coaches to identify the strength and weakness of players and also see the better players for recruitment and more importantly to prepare their teams better. It will help the national team coaches to identify good home-based players who are ripe for invitation to the national team. The era of looking outside the country to search for players to help the national team is over. What we do at RSDF is to encourage all girl child to have a successful career in football, organize competition to unearth and the talented ones, and give them the opportunity to have a successful career in football. We know the Shiro's Cup, the 4th edition of the Shiro's Cup, the 7th edition of the Shiro's Cup, will hold from 18th to the 28th of November 2024, where more than over 12 teams will fight for the honors. The team for this year is Kick It Clean. Okay, enough of the local scene. Let's now head from local scene, guys. Let's take a breather and let's head out to the foreign scene. I will begin all the way from golf, and let's start off from golf, where we hear that Rory McIlroy believes that Donald Trump's return to the White House could bring peace between the PGA Tour and the Saudi Arabian-funded breakaway leave circuit, and has speculated that Elon Musk could play a key role in negotiation on the golf future. The UF Tour is involved in protracted negotiation with the Saudi Public Investment Fund (PIF), aimed at healing a divisive split in the men's professional golf, where many leading stars remain banned from the PGA Tour. The proposed deal, first unveiled in June 2023, is likely to face opposition from the American Department of Justice, which has concern over the potentiality leading to a breach of anti-competition law. Given what happened, I think that clears the way a little bit. McIlroy told reporters that Trump claimed victory in the U.S. presidential election. At the tennis, where Zenkuinin crushed Jasmine Polini to reach the WTA finals last four as an already qualified Arina Sabalenka lost to an inspired Elena Rybakina. The Chinese Olympic gold medalist Zeng showcased her power in an easy 6-1, 6-1 win over eliminated Italian Polini. It left 22-year-old with a 2-1 group stage record, her sole loss coming against Sabalenka on the first day of the tournament. Zeng is the second Chinese woman to reach the semi-finals of the tournament following the legendary Li Na in 2013. Sabalenka, who clinched the year, ending world number one rank earlier in the week, fell 6-4, 3-6, 6-1 to Rybakina in a big hitting encounter. We still be tennis, but this time to the men category, where British Cameron Norrie beats Luca Van Asche at the Moselle Open to reach the first ATP top quarterfinals since April. Norrie, who spent last 3 months out with a forearm injury, beat the Frenchman 6-3, 3-6, 6-1. It's the first time the 29-year-old has registered back-to-back wins on the main ATP tour since Wimbledon in July. World number 57 Norrie has not won an ATP title this season, having struggled for rhythm before the injury that led him to pull out of the Olympics and the US Open. We go to Formula One, where Brazilian Gabriel Bortoleto has been signed to drive for Audi-owned Subaru team next year. The 20-year-old, who is leading this year's Formula 2 championship, will partner German veteran Nico Hülkenberg. The decision means that Subaru current driver Valtteri Bottas and Zhou Guanyu will not be in Formula 1 next season. And to boxing, where Conor Benn professional suspension has been lifted after a 2-year battle with the UK Anti-Doping and British Boxing Board of Control. Benn, who's 28, is an unbeaten welterweight with 23-0 record, but in 2012 he twice tested positive for a banned substance, women fertility drug clomiphene, in the voluntary drug test. His suspension has been withdrawn after Ukat said the National Anti-Doping Panel was not comfortably satisfied that it and the board had proved he had committed an anti-doping rule violation. Ben said he has been cleared of wrongdoing and has always been an advocate for clean sports. And now to the NBA, where Steph Curry passed the NBA legend Charles Barkley in an all-time scoring list as the Golden State Warriors beat the Boston Celtics 118-112 on Wednesday. The 34-year-old, a four-time NBA championship winner, registered 27 points on the night, plus a triple-double, and as he moved to 30th on the overall list, and the Warriors sealed their fifth consecutive win. Curry registered his 23,747 points of his career in the third quarter of to surpass his 21-year-old Barkley. Barkley is a member of the NBA Hall of Fame, is a long-term critic of Curry, and predicted that the Warriors would be mediocre this season. Elsewhere, the Cleveland Cavaliers record a franchise record of 9 wins in a row with 131-122 victory over the New Orleans Pelicans. Donovan Mitchell top scored for the Cavaliers with 29 points. The LA Lakers were beaten 131-114 by the Memphis Grizzlies, despite LeBron James scoring a season high of 39 points. He played hard, said Lakers boss JJ Redick, almost 40 years old, and he played the hardest on our team. It says a lot about him. Now we come to football. Let's start off from Manchester City and let you know former Man City defender, talk about Benjamin Mendy, is entitled to the majority of his unpaid salary from the Premier League club. A judge has ruled the French international who was charged with rape and assault in August 2021 took City to an employment tribunal to claim about £11 million before tax in unpaid wages after he was suspended without pay for September 2021 until he left the club in June 2023. Last year, Mendy was cleared of a series of rape and attempted rape charges. Judge Joan Dulop ruled that City are entitled to withhold his salary for the period he was in custody, which amounted to about 5 of the 22 months he was not paid. And of course, West Ham winger Mohamed Kudus has been handed a further 2-game ban after admitting violent conduct following his red card against Tottenham Hotspur. Kudus sparked a melee in the 82nd minute of the game as West Ham lost 4-1 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 9th of October. He was initially shown a yellow card for a foul of Mickey van de Ven, but the proceeded to push both the Dutch defender and Palmer Sarr in the face. The additional suspension extends his ban to from 3 to 5 games, meaning that he'll be eligible to return against Leicester City on the 3rd of December. Kudus has also been fined £60,000 and West Ham were fined £30,000 for failing to control the behaviour of their players. The Ghana international has scored 2 goals in 8 Premier League games so far this season. To Spain we go, where we had a Valencia La Liga game at Espanyol on Sun today has been postponed as the city continues to deal with aftermath of the devastating flood that hit Eastern Spain last week. Levante, who plays in Valencia, have also been seen their second-tier game at Tenerife postponed on Sunday. Flooding in the Valencia region, which began last Tuesday, has caused at least 218 deaths. We hear. So, sad one. Just like the game against Madrid would not hold, the game against Espanyol this weekend as well will not hold. And we heard that French financial prosecutor PNF has searched the office of the French Football League and the private equity firm CVC Capital Partners following the alleged allegation of corruption. The allegation related to a deal signed in 2022 that saw CVC pay 1.5 billion euros, that is 1.25 billion pounds, for a 13% stake in LFB's new subsidiary company related to TV rights. The contract was criticized in a recent report by the French Senate, which questioned who stands to benefit from the deal. Investigators are now looking into the conditions under which it was agreed, including into the 37 million euros bonus that was supposed to be shared or out on a completion between banks, lawyers, and the league bosses. Don't forget, if you're watching us on our social media, on the YouTube page, please do like, share, most importantly, subscribe. Drop your messages on what we're talking about, because right now we're heading into the major meat of the action, which is, of course, the UEFA Champions League. So like, share, press the notification bell, most importantly, subscribe. You can drop your messages as we go on the show. You can also send us an SMS if you're watching us on SMS, WhatsApp voice note, or WhatsApp message to either of this number, 0700 010 961 961, 0700 010 961 961, or 0808 312 8618, 0808 312 8618. You can call us or call us through the WhatsApp. Okay, big news for a certain club, Bruges, and of course not too good news for Aston Villa. They were well beaten exactly at no other than the Jean Brastel Stadion. We hear that, of course, a bizarre penalty incident cost Aston Villa as they suffered their first Champions League defeat of the season at the Club Brugge Stadium in Belgium. Villa goalkeeper Emiliano Martinez notched the ball out of the 6-yard area, and the versatile Mings, thinking the goal kick has not been taken, picked up the ball. German referee Tobias Stiller wanted a penalty for handball, much to Villa's boss Unai Emery's anger, with Brugge's captain Hans Wackelken converting the spot kick. For England international Mings, who had cleared an effort off the goal line in the first half, it was a horrible moment on his European debut, and in only his second game back after 14 months out with an anterior cruciate ligament injury. According to the coach, Unai Emery, he said this is the worst. Yes, I want to say there, it is the worst ever mistake made under his watch. He looked very freakish, and I quite agree with him. If you watch the game, you understand why. Very strange Mings, I can tell you that. Shadow next as well beat Young Boys by 2-1. Zubkov and Sudakov both scoring the 31st and the 45th minutes after Emery had given them Young Boys the lead, but it ended 2-1 at the Veltins Arena in Germany. It was, of course, Shadow next to Young Boys 1. For Red Bull Salzburg, I tell you, the brace from Konate in the 45th and 58th minutes and window, helping his team to a 3-1 away victory at the stadium final. Haji Musa scored one goal in the 81st minute, but unfortunately, it wasn't enough as final. We were beaten by 3-1. And of course, again, yes, another controversial moment at this Stadio Giuseppe Meazza Stadium in Italy. Very controversial, I must tell you. I'm still trying to wrap my head around what went down in that stadium. First of all, the penalty that should have been awarded to Mikel Moreno after the goalkeeper had punched his head after he headed the ball was not given, even after the video assistant referee had checked. And of course, a ball flicked up straight to the hands of Moreno, who couldn't help himself in that position, and the penalty was given just before the stroke of halftime, and it was Hakan Çalhanoğlu who buried that one for the 50 plus 3 minutes to ensure that Inter Milan continued their winning run, go up to 10 points, while Arsenal are condemned to their first defeat of the UEFA Champions League. The only shot on target for Inter Milan. For Bagatata, is his first loss in 4 games, and they sit 12th in the 36-team league. Also, Atletico Madrid had to leave it late in the encounter to beat Paris Saint-Germain by 2-1. Angel Correa scoring the 90 plus 3 minutes in that encounter to ensure they get a 2-1 victory. And Nordi Molina had given Atletico Madrid the lead. Emery has given PSG the lead after a beautiful assist from Ousmane Dembele. But Molina made it 1-1. Angel Correa is finishing up after a beautiful pass from Antoine Griezmann to ensure that at the Parc des Princes, it was Paris Saint-Germain who suffered loss. Paris Saint-Germain 1, Atletico Madrid 2. Barcelona continue with their firing form, and Lewandowski, the architect of that form, scoring a brace in the 43rd and 53rd minute. Rafinha was also on target. Philippe Fermin Lopez was also on target. Inigo Martinez also on target as they beat Red Star Belgrade at the Stadion Ratchkov Mythic by 5-2. And Barcelona are pouring in goals with reckless abandon. They are scoring goals for fun and for fun, I tell you. In 5-2 in favor of Barcelona. Also for Brastios, they were in the winning mood yesterday in the Champions League. Beat Sparta Prague by 2-1 despite Victor Olatunji. Yes, Olatunji scoring a goal in the 90 plus 2 minute consolation goal. But Brest had done the job already with Fernandez and Karnin scoring the 37th and 79 minutes. An own goal from Karnin. Brastios going away at the Epet Arena to win by 2-1. Can anyone stop Adebayo Lookman? That's the big question. Is he the African Footballer of the Year in waiting? That boy can't stop scoring goals. He scored 2 against Antonio Conte and Napoli at the Stadio Armando Maradona Stadium just a few days ago. And again, he continued his fine form as he helped his team to the deserved Champions League victory at Stuttgart. He opened the scoring in the 57 minutes while Nicolo Zaniolo completed the victory in the 2-0 victory at the MFP Arena. 2-0 it ended. Lookman are soaring, they're flying, and they're having a time of their life. For Bayern Munich, they had to wait for a solitary goal, assist from Harry Kane, a good header back, and a beautiful finish from Jamal Musiala to ensure that Bayern Munich beat Braga and Alex Renner by a goal to nil. The goal scored in the 67th minute of play. Before we go to the games, full result of games, let's give you the sad news from Barcelona. We hear the Barcelona defender Pau Cabassi is fine after requiring 10 stitches to close a cut on his face. Manager Hansi Flick has said the Spaniard, who's 17, was forced off in the 67 minutes of Barcelona's 5-2 Champions League win against Red Star Belgrade on Wednesday after being cut by Uros Paish studs as he headed a corner clear. Cabassi, who made his debut for the club at the age of 16, needed medical attention on the pitch before his substitution after being left with a bloodied face and open wound. Flick said that after the victory, he needed stitches, but he's fine. The club later posted a photo of smiling Cabassi with the caption, "I'm okay." And a full result for the games in the Champions League, we saw Club Brugge beat Aston Villa by a goal to nil. Shakhtar Donetsk defeated the Young Boys by 2-1. Feyenoord were losers at home to RB Leipzig by 1-3. Red Star Belgrade lost to Barcelona by 2-5. Inter beat Arsenal by a goal to nil. Paris Saint-Germain beat Atletico Madrid by 1-2. Sparta Prague 1, Brest 2. VRB Stuttgart 0, Atalanta 2, and Bayern Munich beat Benfica by a goal to nil. One game played in the Europa League yesterday. Besiktas 2, Malmo 1. In that encounter in the Championship, we saw Blackburn Rovers losing 2-0 to Stoke City, Coventry 1, Deputy County 2, Millwall 1, Leeds United 0, Luton Town 1, Cardiff City 0, and Preston North End played a goalless draw with table toppers Sunderland. And if you look at the table right now, I tell you, the table is not looking like good readings. It's very, very competitive. Come on, if you look at the table in the Champions League, a very competitive table. I tell you, Arsenal sit 12th. I tell you, that's after winning 2 games, drawing 1 and losing 1. The first loss at the Giuseppe Meazza Stadium, also known as the San Siro. Also, you can see that there was also fantastic victory for the likes of Atletico Madrid, who move up to 10 points as well. So the table is beginning to shape up. Don't forget, it's going to shape up as we find out who will automatically qualify for the round of 16 and who will have to go through the playoffs to get through to the next round. And now we go to the, of course, games played in the UEFA Conference League and the UEFA Europa League. We start off from Manchester United, where we heard that Man United goalkeeper Andre Onana says the club players will step up and has no issue adapting to new manager Ruben Amorim. United appointed the Sporting boss as the new manager last week. Amorim will start his new role on the 11th of September. Interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy has used a 4-2-3-1 formation followed by Erik ten Hag during his 2 matches in charge. Amorim, who was predominantly used a 3-4-3 formation during his managerial career, masterminded the 4-1 victory against Man City in the Champions League on Thursday. So I didn't watch the game. Yesterday, it was a great victory for them. It's a different system, but my team are all pragmatic. I think everyone is capable of playing in each system, so I don't think that will be an issue for us. We have big players. They will step up. The word of Andre Onana. For Tottenham Hotspur, it's looking like deja vu all over again. One man is going to be at the doctor's office again. We don't know what's going on with him. I can't even phantom. That I cannot tell you. I can't really phantom. I'm talking about a certain man called Richarlison. We hear that Postecoglou said that Richarlison is said to be out of this on the sideline for a time. Spurs will face Galatasaray in the Europa League today, but will be without Brazilian. Enjoyed his hamstring in Spurs 4-1 win against Aston Villa on Sunday. Defender Cristiano Romero would also miss the tie with through injury, although his prognosis is more encouraging. So it looks like this man will be out to 4 to 6 weeks. Talk about Richarlison. Cristiano Romero is also missing, but German forward Timo Werner and 17-year-old Mickey Moore will be available. But we heard another player has traveled to Turkey. They're available, they're fit, but they did not travel in that game. For Chelsea, they'll be playing Noah in the Conference League. Expect them to get a victory, especially playing at home here at the Stamford Bridge. We hear that Maresca is still insisting. He insists that Chelsea is a one-team, one-squad, despite effectively naming 2 different sides for the games in Europe and the Premier League. Last month, the Blues boss Maresca made 11 changes for the Europa Conference League game against Panathinaikos. A fixture Chelsea won 4-1 to go top of the standing after 2 games. Then he made another 10 changes for the visit to Newcastle 3 days later and won the game 2-1. Chelsea host Armenia FC Noah on Thursday, and Maresca is again expected to make the host on Tuesday. But he says, one team, one squad, despite a truck load of changes. So Finland's got the fixtures from the Europa League. Of course, we have Bodo Glimt to take on Karabakh, Eintracht Frankfurt to take on Slava Prague, Augsburg to take on SC Braga, FSCB to take on FC Michelin, Galatasaray with Tottenham Hotspur, Ludogorets Razgrad, Athletic Club, Nice to take on FC Twente, Olympiacos to take on Rangers, Union St. Gilles vs Roma, Ajax will take on Maccabi Tel Aviv, AZ Alkmaar will take on Fenerbahce, Dynamo Kiev vs Ferencvárosi, Hoffenheim will take on Olympic Lyonnais, Lazio vs FC Porto, it is Man United vs PAOK Salonika at Old Trafford, RFS will take on Anderlecht, and of course Victoria Pilsen will take on Real Sociedad. In the Conference League, you have Viking Go taking on Burak Banja, CS Petro Club will take on Rapid Vienna, Ghent will take on Omonia Nicosia, HJK Helsinki vs Olympia Ljubljana, Lega Warsaw will take on Dynamo Minsk, Pavos FC will take on AFC Astana, Shamrock Rovers will take on TNS, you have TS Paka Topola taking on Lugano, Apoel Nicosia will take on Fiorentina, Chelsea will take on FC Noir, Djurgården will take on Panathinaikos, FC Copenhagen will take on Istanbul Basaksehir, Hearts vs FC Heidenheim, you have Julonia Blastok vs Molde, Lane will take on St. Gallen, LASK will take on Seku Brugge, Real Betis will take on NK Celje, and Victoria de Gimenez will take on Lada Boslav. There'll be one game in Italian Serie A. We take on Genoa, we take on Como. That game is for 8:45, and of course in the Championship, West Bromwich Albion will welcome Burnley. Don't forget, if you're still watching us, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, guys. I keep telling you, like, share, subscribe. Come on, let's talk about the games, of course, that are going down tonight. Man United take on PAOK Salonika, Chelsea take on FC Noir, you know. Tottenham Hotspur will travel to Galatasaray, take on a certain Victor Osimhen and Mario Icardi. Big games, I tell you. And up to the transfer market, we hear that Man United and Chelsea target. They will lead the chase for 26-year-old Swedish and Sporting striker Victor Gyökeres next summer. Gyökeres will be available for about £63 million next summer, 20 million less than his release clause. We hear. Also, we can let you know that, of course, that United are monitoring Bayern Munich 29-year-old German midfielder Leon Goretzka. Wait and see if that deal will go through. Also, we hear that United are interested in Bayern Munich German winger Leroy Sané, who will be a free agent in the summer and is also on Arsenal transfer leagues. Real Madrid will make a general inquiry for Liverpool 26-year-old England right back Trent Alexander-Arnold, who is out of contract at the end of the season, but Liverpool are prepared to block any offers for their first team players in January. Where the Al Hilal are considering cancelling the contract of 32-year-old Brazilian forward Neymar Jr. and replacing him with Saudi club Al Nassr 39-year-old Portuguese forward Cristiano Ronaldo. We had AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Napoli are interested in Arsenal's defender Jakub Kiwior, but his Gunners will only consider letting him leave permanently for a fee, not a loan switch. And then finally, Arsenal, Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur are interested in Eintracht Frankfurt 20-year-old Swedish midfielder Hugo Larsson. This is how much we can take on the show today, guys. A massive thank you, guys, to all of you who on your TV stations, who follow us on radio, on your YouTube channel to like us and watch us, share, subscribe, guys. You guys are the MVP, okay? But unfortunately, whatever has a beginning definitely have an end, and of course, we'll come to the end of today's edition of Sports Lounge. Okay, like I love to say, if your child or what is participating in sport, please encourage him or her. He or she could be the next big thing, the next Austin JJ or Kocha, the next Tubiloba Monster, the next Mary Onyale Mabemi, who knows, okay? Keep talking sport, keep living sport. Sport is life. And I mean, one and only the sport shop, your magistrate, your pilot, your prophet, the professor, none so others. Just say, do have yourself a wonderful day. Bye for now.